Assalamu alaikum. Today is Saturday, March 1st, the first day of Ramadan. So, my husband went to the meat market and came back with meat, so I put them in freezer bags, separated it, and all that good stuff. And during the meantime, I did bread, made cookies. So, actually, I baked one batch of cookies that the dough was already made, and then I had to make some more cookies. Then, of course, with the meat comes cleaning up the mess. So that's what you should be doing, is cleaning that table, which really badly needed because the boys who are sitting on the couch currently, um, they get stuff all over the table and don't clean it up. If they attempt to clean it up, they're usually trying to like get up the pieces of rice that dropped, or it's just nasty. You see all these little nasty marks on it. So yeah. Uh, Little boys are so dirty, and I don't know if you can see, but in the crack of the table, there's like food in there from all their droppings of food that they do. And it doesn't matter how old they get, they are very messy eaters. So whenever I'm already cleaning something out, so I still have like a wet rag with me, I choose to still use it. And here I go, wiping down the kitchen garbage, which really needs more of a deeper clean because all that flour and all that other gunk that gets on there. So as you can see, I did a lot and doing more prep work, and I'm about to do some cookies. Actually, I'm about to oil. Yeah, I'm oiling the pan because that spray stuff's not always that great. So I just usually get a paper towel, put some oil on it, and then rub it all over the pan. Just honestly don't like using a spray because it doesn't really get all the areas, and then you have to worry about the oil droppings getting on everything else. It's so messy because when I moved into the house, they had oil everywhere, and I'm still cleaning up oil to this day because there was like oil um, f- frying stuff, and then there was oil from this actual spray, and that stuff is like it, the stuff from the spray bottles cake on. They just it just gets caked on everything. Even though it has an anti-caking agent, that stuff still cakes on, and it is very hard to clean. So since we can have chocolate chips, I just did the usual cookie dough without the chocolate chips. I added some walnuts though. Oh yeah, I'm placing the bowl with dough in it in the back, hoping that it will rise a bit more because I'm not sure about that recipe. I'm not liking it. Okay, and right here I believe I'm about to do the burritos. But my husband said it's not burritos if it's not made with tortillas. So he's calling it hot pockets. I never liked hot pockets, but these are pretty good. I just think I needed to add because I had them today, and today is the third of Ramadan, but I recorded this the first of Ramadan, so I'm pretty late in getting my videos out, but but I have been recording almost consistently. I know it looks like ate that, but I did not eat that. That was actually a piece that was a little brown or whatever. It looked like it was going bad, so I tossed it out and put it in the sink. I am not about to put a piece of raw onion in my mouth. These are Sorrento peppers. Like, I'm noticing that with a lot of the recipes that I'm using so far, it calls for this type of pepper, which is interesting. I never cooked with it before. I actually bought them for one recipe, but other recipes I have chosen after that one called for this particular pepper. So it's a good thing I had just enough for like several recipes so far. So, alhamdulillah. I'm trying to make sure that I'm cutting them up pretty small because I don't want them to be large pieces. If my husband wants to have one of them, like he doesn't have to bite into something like that because he's very sensitive to spice. Well, I should say hot spices because not all spices are hot. Okay, I just added onions. I mean garlic. Um, that cilantro. So I am actually trying to make refried beans. Not the traditional refried beans because I wanted to make burritos with beans and beef. So and I saw mostly black beans in the cabinet, so I started with black beans. People might think that's good, but oh well. They contain a lot of fiber and stuff in them, so very healthy. Because I think the kids should have more healthy meals versus the meals that they prefer to have, which is toasted turtles and tater tots. And like all that is sugar on top of sugar. Yeah, I'm adding some cumin to it because that's what the recipe calls for it, and also red chili pepper. There was other optional um, seasonings such as red pepper flakes, but I wasn't going to add that to it, or like black pepper. I wasn't going to add that to it either. I'm adding Creole, which the recipe did not call for, but that's my usual method of seasoning is Creole, because if I'm not using Creole, then my husband always says you didn't use enough Creole or you didn't use any Creole. So they really are into Creole. So before I got married to to him, I never really brought Creole seasoning. So yeah, I have the beans cooking down so that I can mash them up, and it smells pretty good. It really does. Yeah, I know the camera's too close. I keep forgetting about my tripod that I have on the other side of the kitchen. Because that thing like broke and I had to put on a new attachment, and the attachment isn't as great as my old attachment to it. So it's like hard to get my phone into there now, and I have to have it in such a way that I have to like almost my phone barely has to be can't really be on there in a normal fashion because it's so small. Well, of course, I'm flavoring it with ground beef, which I use the usual onion powder, um, garlic powder, and Creole. But at this point, I haven't added the cilantro, but I wanted to add more of that same flavors that I had in the beans to make it more cohesive flavor. So, oh yeah, I totally forgot about me adding chipotle seasoning. The recipe did not call for that at all, but that is just the flavor I added to make it a little smoky, which it's actually a good flavor that I think. I don't know how the kids respond to it, but then again, I don't really. The kids have some questionable taste buds because one of them loved the mustard Doritos that they had out for a short time. I couldn't stand it. That it was made with I think like horse. What's that called? Because they're usually in fake wasabi. Horseradish. Yeah, horseradish. Do not like that stuff. I do not like the numbing sensation. At this point, it's almost done, so I'm gonna soon add the beans. Yeah, it might not look all presentable, great looking. It's not gonna look great, but it tastes great. Because you can see it's all dark and stuff. I'm sure you hear the two boys in the background bothering each other, yelling all that business. They be playing with each other, then one of them gets too rough and the fight starts. It's the same old when it comes to them. So that was the ending of the recording. I didn't show you everything of that day because that was a very hectic day. So I wasn't going to be recording everything because there were people in and out the house and there was a lot to do. So I didn't record any. I didn't show the plate of food for sahur or anything, or what we had for dinner, or anything like that. So yeah, that was it of me in the kitchen doing all that work. um, by the end of that day, my feet were hurting a lot, and my back was already like the whole time I was in the kitchen, my back was hurting really bad because I actually got injured the previous Friday. So not Friday of that week, but the week before. So I've been in some moderate amount of pain, I should say. Yeah, it was, but my pain varies here and there. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't. But anyway, yeah. So that was Ramadan day 1.